Hello BookTube, Emmy Walker here to do my vlogging Cramathon or hashtag Cramathon thing, started over by Whitney. I think her YouTube channel is Witty Novels, I believe. I'll link her channel down below so you can get it definitely. But she started this Cramathon where you're supposed to be reading, smaller books in the hopes of getting your Goodreads goal a little closer. And it starts today, July 10th, and it goes until July 13th, I believe. And so I've picked a few books out, and I'm going to be doing Book 1 in the series of Unfortunate Events. This is The Bad Beginning. Book 2, this is The Reptile Room. These are both by Lemony Snicket. And I have Kate DiCamillo's The Magician's Elephant. We have The Hunting of the Snark. This is by Lewis Carroll. And then I'm not actually going to read the whole thing, but there's novellas in here, and I'll probably be reading at least one or two of them. There's a couple of challenges. I can't remember them all off the top of my head. I think one of them is to read a children's book, read a hardcover, read a book in verse, read a novella, read at least 5 books, and I think one's read a graphic novel, but I don't own any graphic novels, so I won't be able to complete that one. But I believe I'll be able to complete all of the other challenges, so, we'll see. Anyway, so I didn't start reading last night at midnight because, I'm an old lady and I go to sleep at like 10 o'clock, so I'll be starting to read here, and I'll just keep updating as the day goes on. Alright, well, we'll see you later, BookTube. Alright, so update. I just put my son down for a nap. I literally just put him down maybe 2 minutes ago, so he's still awake in there talking to himself. But anyway, Kobe, my dog decided to step on me right now. Anyway, so I finished the first book in the series of Unfortunate Events, The Bad Beginning by Lemony Snicket, and now I'm moving on. I'm going to move on to The Hunting of the Snark by Lewis Carroll, and this one is written in verse, and I'm reading this one because it's only like 40 pages or something like that, and that way I can guarantee that I will read 2 books in 24-hour period, and I will also cover the challenge of reading a book in verse. Alright, so yeah, right now I've only read how many pages? 162 pages, and hopefully soon I will have read another 40 or so. Alright, we'll see you in a bit. Bye! Alright, hello again. I'm doing another update here. It's a little after 10 o'clock now on day 1 of the hashtag Cramathon thing, and so I finished The Bad Beginning by Lemony Snicket, and I finished The Hunting of the Snark, not as soon as I was hoping. It was only 41 pages, but I read like 20 of them earlier this afternoon, and then I read another 20 of them, probably like an hour ago. And I started reading the second book in the series of Unfortunate Events, and that is The Reptile Room. And I'm only like 26 pages in there, so I've read maybe at most 250 pages. I'm not much of a math person, so I'd have to get a calculator out. But either way, moving along, I'm 2 books in, so that completed 1 challenge, and I've read a hardback, so that completed another, and a book in verse, so that completed the 3rd challenge. So that's pretty awesome. And yeah, so I'll give you more updates tomorrow. Hello again. Today is day 2, the end of day 2 for the hashtag Cramathon readathon, and today I did not do so well. Unfortunately, my morning sickness has reared its ugly head, so I spent a lot of my day just wallowing in self-pity, which obviously is the best cure for morning sickness. But I did get a little bit read of The Reptile Room. I'm up on page 130 right now, and I'm going to try to finish it before I go to bed, so at least I'll have that book done. And as I was thinking earlier today, I realized that I can't technically consider these as children's books. They're middle grade, but I can still be qualified as finishing a children's book because I read at least 6 of them to my son every day. So you pick one, I've read it. Goodnight Moon, read that today. Dr. Seuss's ABCs, I read that one today. A couple of Paddington books, I read those today too. Several times and back. So I think I covered that challenge, but I don't really put those on my Goodreads thing, so I'm not gonna, I don't know, I feel like reading a book that's typically 32 pages at most, it doesn't really count towards a book that I've read. I know some people do, but I don't really count them in my Goodreads goal, whatever. Alrighty, so anyway, so that's where we are now. I think I've read a total of 333 pages, and as I said, we're at the end of day 2, so I will see you tomorrow, and hopefully I will have read some more tomorrow. Hello again, BookTube. It is day 3. It is the 12th, Sunday the 12th. It's about, no idea what time it is, 10:40-ish. And so I did not do as much reading today. I had my niece's birthday party and we were there, and then I just came home and played with my son a lot, so it was not a very productive reading day. I started reading The Assassin's Blade, and I read, I think, 28 pages of the first novella, The Assassin and the Pirate Lord, and then I also picked this up, The Magician's Elephant by Kate DiCamillo, and I read, where am I in this? Page 42, so that's 60, 70 pages. So, yeah, so there we are, and there's 70 pages again today, and I anticipate finishing all of this one tomorrow, and then I think I will finish the rest of the novella from The Assassin's Blade, and plus probably a couple of others, because I work tomorrow, and as I said in one of my previous videos, I tend to read a lot at work, so there we go. Hopefully I'll get more than I anticipate finishing. Did that make sense? No, it didn't make sense, but the fun of vlogging. Alright, anyway, well, I will see you guys tomorrow, and have a good night. Goodbye. Hello, BookTube. So I forgot to update my video last night. I was tired and trying to finish reading as fast as I could, and then I just forgot. I have no excuses, I just forgot. And, I did not finish all of the books I intended to finish, but I did finish 4 books. I'm not getting into the Assassin's Blade as much as I had hoped. I really like the Throne of Glass series, but these little novellas are not really grabbing me like those stories have in the past. Whatever, anyway, so just to recap, I finished The Bad Beginning and The Reptile Room by Lemony Snicket. Those are the first 2 books in the series of unfortunate events. And then I finished The Hunting of the Snark by Lewis Carroll. It's a book written in verse, which I can't open right now because it's a pain in the butt and really stiff, and there it is. This is not, oh, and I opened to a picture too, which is nice. Alright, so yeah, so there's that. And then yesterday I finished The Magician's Elephant by Kate DiCamillo, and this was such a sweet book. So like it had like just enough magic, just like a touch of magic to make it, I don't know, I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. It was just a fun little middle grade book, and yeah. And then with The Assassin's Blade, I've only read, I think, like 33 pages of it. I didn't even finish the first novella, so yeah. I think that's a total of 627 pages if I did my math correct. So yeah, so 4 books, so I didn't complete all the challenges. I did, however, read a hardback. I read a book in verse. I read 2 books in 24 hours. And I feel like I'm sure there are I know there are other ones, but I don't think I completed the other ones. I didn't complete 5 books. I didn't read a graphic novel. I feel like there's one other challenge, but I can't remember what it is, but I may or may not have completed it. I don't know, we'll see. I'll post them down below in the little down bar there, so you can, yeah, see if I finished them or not. So yeah, oh, one was a novella, that's right, and I obviously did not finish that, so yeah. Alrighty, but anyway, so still 4 books is good in 3 days, and even though they're short books, I still think that's pretty good. 627 pages total, which is nice. It's like 2.5 regular-sized books, I guess, if that makes any sense. Yeah, I'm gonna stop now. But anyway, so hope you enjoyed the vlog style. Sorry if I'm shaky. I'm trying to make sure I look at the camera lens instead of at me, because then I end up looking at me the whole video, and that's just weird, and nobody wants me looking at me. It looks like I'm looking off to the side, and yeah, anyway, yeah, so let me know if you like this vlog style. If I do readathons in the future, I would love to do it this way as well, if you guys enjoyed it. If I am just too all over the place and confusing and talking way too fast, then that would be just a normal day. So yeah, anyway, but otherwise just make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and otherwise I will see you later, BookTube!